Hello and welcome back to another video feature of the Immersive Worlds Handbook. Today I want to talk to you about kinetics, and in particular the role that kinetics or motion and movement play in various rides, attractions, and themed and immersive spaces. I think for me, one of the first and initial points of why kinetics can be so powerful in a themed and immersive space, particularly in the case of a ride, is the idea of motion and movement. As you move a guest throughout a space, of course, you can take that guest from an A to a point B to a point C, and so forth. At the same time, you can move that guest's body in space in many powerful ways. You can move the guests vertically, horizontally. You can alter their sensory perceptions as you move that guest in three-dimensional senses. I think a second aspect of how kinetics is powerful in a themed and immersive space is some of the ways in which it creates emotions in that space. I think for me, particularly in a ride like the bumper cars pictured here, there are strong emotions that are conveyed. That sense of determination as you try to seek someone out with the bumper car, that sense of surprise as you're hit on the bumper car unexpectedly. So I think for me, the powerful emotions that kinetics can convey in a space, can convey in any space, include drama, suspense, action, energy, and many other variations. And then a third and final reason or point about how kinetics can be used in a space refers to storytelling and narrative. And I think we can think about this aspect in different senses, and in many cases we don't necessarily think of the various ways in which a story is told through the added component of kinetics, especially in the case of rides. We can think about how a ride like a roller coaster offers personality. Different rides, as they use kinetics, as guests move up the lift hill, as they go through a loop-de-loop, these are all aspects of personality that ride aficionados understand when they go on a great ride like a roller coaster. We can also see that dark rides can use kinetics and movement to create suspense and drama in various ways and thus tell a story in more effective ways, particularly as the designer and operator of that ride use theme and variations, and kinetics can play a key role in that. And then finally would be various sensory effects. If a guest rides a troika or any kind of ride that assaults the body and pummels the body, this itself is an elemental use of kinetics to impact the guest in that space. So I hope you'll return and listen to additional video features for the Immersive Worlds Handbook, and that you might think about the value that kinetics as an elemental effect on the guests can play in both a ride and in any themed or immersive space.